My dear child, there is a quiet wonder gathering just beyond the edge of what you can see, and it is coming to find you in your own home, in your own life, in the ordinary hours you have almost stopped believing could hold anything new. I know how tired your hope has grown. I know how many times you have whispered a prayer and then, in the silence that followed, wondered if anyone was listening at all. I was listening. I am always listening. So hold on. Do not let go of the thread of faith you are still, even now, gripping with trembling hands. What I have promised you is already moving toward you, and nothing in this world or beyond it has the power to turn it back. I speak to you, not with noise, but with stillness, because the deepest truths are rarely shouted. They are folded gently into the quiet corners of a heart that is willing to listen. So let me settle into yours now. Let me smooth away the static of your worry, the way a hand smooths a child's hair before sleep. I am not far from you. I have never been far from you. When you feel most alone is often when I am closest, because it is in those hollow, aching hours that you finally stop performing and simply become honest with me. I know your mistakes. I have counted everyone and forgiven everyone, and I do not bring them up to wound you, but only so you know there is nothing hidden between us. Nothing that could make me turn away. But there is one pattern I want to gently name, because I love you too much to let it keep hurting you. You have a habit of handing your whole heart to people who were never meant to carry that much weight. You look for someone unshakable, someone who will never disappoint you, never grow tired, never change their mind about you. And you keep discovering painfully that no person was built to be that for you. This is not a flaw in you. It is simply the truth of being human meeting the truth of being human. People will love you imperfectly. Even the most devoted among them will sometimes fail you, not because they meant to, but because they are only ever doing their best with limited strength. So, love people. Love them freely, love them well, extend your trust generously, but do not build your whole house on any one of them. Save the deepest room of your heart, the one with the strongest foundation for me. I am the only one who has already proven, beyond all doubt, what I am willing to do for you. Give me your days, your fears, your unfinished plans, and watch what grows from soil tended by someone who never grows weary and never walks away. There is a rhythm to how blessing arrives, and I want you to understand it so you do not lose heart in the waiting. First comes the season of prayer, when your voice reaches toward me again and again, sometimes through tears, sometimes through gritted teeth, sometimes through nothing but silence held open like an offering. Then comes the season of waiting, which is the hardest one, because it asks you to trust what you cannot yet see. And then, and this is the part I want you to remember on the difficult days, comes the season of rejoicing, when everything that felt delayed reveals itself to have been perfectly timed. You are somewhere in that rhythm right now. Do not mistake the waiting for abandonment. It is not the end of the story. It is the middle, and the middle is where the story is quietly being written. I want you to lift your head. I want you to feel some lightness return to your shoulders. The failures behind you, the embarrassments you still replay at night, the moments you flinch to remember. These are not verdicts on who you are. They are simply the ground you have walked across on your way to somewhere better. Let them stay behind you. You were never meant to carry yesterday's wounds into tomorrow's victories. I have given you something rare, the ability to speak words that steady other people, to offer comfort that actually lands, to notice the quietly struggling person in a room everyone else has overlooked. Use that gift. Let it move through you toward the people who are aching for exactly the kind of hope you carry. And as you do, walk humbly. Do not let your convictions curdle into arrogance. Do not waste your breath arguing with people who are not ready to hear you. My truest children are recognizable not by how loudly they defend their beliefs, but by how gently they treat the people who disagree with them. Compassion, not correctness, is what reveals a heart shaped by love. I intend to move in remarkable ways through your family, through the people you have lost touch with, through friendships old and new. But I ask something of you in return, and it is not complicated. Use whatever I give you, resources, strength, wisdom, peace, to lift someone else. I am not interested in blessing you so you can hoard comfort behind closed doors. I am interested in blessing you so that blessing keeps moving, passing from your hands into someone else's life, and then from theirs into someone else's again. This is how goodness multiplies. It was never meant to stop with you. So tell me plainly, do you want this? Are you ready to receive it? I will never force a gift into hands that are still clenched shut. I am only ever waiting for you to open them. If you take my hand, understand what you are stepping into. Not indulgence, not an escape from effort, but a steady, unshakable companionship that will not abandon you no matter how many times you stumble. My love for you does not fluctuate with your performance. It was not earned by your good behavior, and it cannot be lost through your failures. I do not calculate your worth by what you have or haven't managed to accomplish. I simply love you the way a parent loves a child before that child has done anything at all to deserve it. I am not moved by grand gestures or impressive offerings. I do not need your wealth. I do not need your applause. What I want is far simpler and honestly far harder. I want your honesty. I want you to bring me your real doubts instead of a polished version of your faith. I want you to admit when you are furious, when you are exhausted, when you no longer know what you believe. That kind of honesty is worth more to me than 1,000 perfect prayers recited with a guarded heart. And in return, I want to teach you to become someone who protects the vulnerable, who notices the person that everyone else walks past, who has enough, emotionally, spiritually, even materially, to share without fear of running dry. I want your hands to become hands that heal, that steady, that reach toward the hurting without hesitation. This is not a burden I am placing on you. It is an invitation into a life with far more meaning than comfort alone could ever offer. Take care of what is practical too. Avoid the kind of debt that keeps you lying awake calculating what you owe. Build a life that is not fragile, so that when someone in genuine need crosses your path, you have something real to offer them. Not because you are wealthy, but because you have learned to hold what you have with open, generous hands rather than clenched, anxious ones. When you give to someone struggling, understand that it is never wasted. What leaves your hands in kindness has a way of returning to you multiplied, though rarely in the form or timing you expect. Talk to me daily. Not as a ritual to check off, but as a conversation you actually want to have. Open your scriptures and let the old words settle into you slowly, the way water settles into dry ground. Memorize what moves you. Speak it back out loud when the world grows loud and frightening. Let the wisdom of those who walked this road before you become a kind of scaffolding for your own uncertain steps. And when you see people debating and dividing over matters of faith, resist the urge to join the argument just to prove you know more than they do. Let your life be the argument. Let your patience, your generosity, your steadiness under pressure speak louder than any clever rebuttal ever could.
I know there are days you don't want to pray at all. Days when the whole idea of reaching out to me feels pointless or exhausting. I understand. I am not offended by those days. I will keep gently knocking anyway, patient as ever, because I am not interested in a relationship built only on your best moments. I want the whole of you, including the tired, doubting, half-hearted parts. You are not cursed. You are not permanently defined by whatever pattern or struggle you have quietly carried for years and been ashamed to name out loud. I see it. I am not afraid of it. And I am offering you a freedom that does not require you to pretend the struggle never happened, only that you stop letting it write the story of who you still are. Here is something I want you to actually believe, not just hear. You are allowed to succeed. You are allowed to be happy without immediately searching for the catch. So many people quietly sabotage their own joy because some old voice inside them insists they don't deserve good things. That voice is not mine. I am not stingy with you. I am not waiting for you to prove your worth before I let good things reach you. You have already fought hard. You have already shown up, imperfectly but sincerely, again and again. It is time to let yourself receive what is coming without flinching away from it. And when it comes, it may not look the way you imagined. Blessing rarely arrives wrapped in fireworks. More often it slips in quietly. An unexpected conversation, a door that opens after 20 had closed, a stranger's small kindness that arrives on exactly the day you needed it most. Do not dismiss the small things as insignificant. I have always had a habit of using the overlooked and the modest to carry the weight of something enormous. Watch closely. Stay alert. Do not let the ordinary disguise of your blessings cause you to miss them entirely. You are not a mistake. You are not an accident that happened to occur in the middle of an indifferent universe. There was intention behind your existence, long before you had any say in the matter, and there is still intention behind everything unfolding in your life now, even the parts that feel confusing or unfair. I understand that trust is hard to rebuild once it has been broken, by circumstances, by people, by disappointments that landed harder than you expected. I am not asking you to trust blindly. I am asking you to trust incrementally, one honest step at a time, and to notice, slowly, that I keep showing up. I know the specific shape of your exhaustion. I have seen the nights you lay awake turning the same worry over and over, searching for an angle you hadn't tried yet. I saw the tears you didn't let anyone else see. None of that was wasted or ignored. It was received, fully, by someone who was paying far closer attention than you realized. And I promise you this: the version of you who wakes up tomorrow does not have to carry the same heaviness as the version of you who went to sleep tonight. Something can shift. Something can lighten. Let it. Where you have been afraid, let something steadier begin to take root. Where you have hesitated, let a little more courage settle in. The you of yesterday might have flinched at the thought of certain conversations, certain risks, certain truths you needed to face. But the you of today has more strength available than you are giving yourself credit for. Rise into it. Not with pretend confidence, but with the quiet, sturdy kind that comes from having survived hard things before and discovering you were more capable than you knew. If the road ahead still feels uncertain, understand that uncertainty is not the same as abandonment. I have led you to places that felt like wilderness before, and I did not leave you stranded there. I will not start now. Every obstacle currently standing in front of you, every fear that feels larger than your ability to face it, exists inside a story that is still being written. And I promise you, the ending has not been decided by the size of the obstacle. It has been decided by the persistence of your faith and the steadiness of my presence beside you. I want your table to have food on it. I want your home to hold peace instead of constant tension. I want you to have real friends, the kind who stay, the kind who tell you the truth, the kind who show up on your hardest days without needing to be asked twice. I want you to sleep without dread pressing on your chest. I want your mornings to start with something closer to hope than to heaviness. None of this is beyond what I am willing to give you. But I also want you to remember that none of it means much if it comes at the cost of the people you love. Do not chase success so hard that you lose the one standing quietly beside you, waiting for your attention. Excellence in the world means little if it leaves your home empty. Everything you accumulate here, money, status, possessions, you arrived without, and you will eventually leave without. It was never the point. What actually stays, what actually counts, is the love you extended, the faith you kept even when it cost you something, the people you helped when helping wasn't convenient, the quiet integrity you maintained when no one was watching to reward you for it. That is the real inheritance. That is what I am building in you, patiently, one honest day at a time. You have been faithful with small things, even when it didn't feel like enough. I noticed. And because I noticed, larger things are coming. Not as a reward you earned like a transaction, but as a natural unfolding of a life that has been quietly, steadily oriented towards something good. If people have wronged you, if you have been underestimated, dismissed, or betrayed by those who should have protected you, know this: nothing done to you unjustly goes unaccounted for. I do not promise you revenge. I promise you restoration, which is a far better thing. Stand firm. Do not let discouragement convince you to give up 2 steps before the turn you cannot yet see. Life has struck you more than once, harder than you deserved. And still, look at you, still standing, still reaching toward me instead of turning away entirely. That is not weakness. That is the kind of quiet strength that outlasts every storm sent to test it. Do not measure your worth by your age, your timeline, or the pace at which your life seems to be unfolding compared to everyone else's. There is no expiration date on the good things I intend for you. I am not limited by clocks or calendars, and neither, ultimately, are you. I love you. Not the polished version you present to the world, but the real one. Tired, uncertain, hopeful despite everything, still here, still listening. I am not going anywhere. When you are ready to open your hands and receive what has been waiting for you, I will already be there, exactly as I have always been. Rise, my dear child. Walk forward. You are not walking alone.